So exciting. I'm Rosey Edeh. We are here at Area X.O, and we're here for TCXpo, year number 2, and it's just so fascinating. 70 companies, Canadian innovative companies, and doing some pretty innovative things. And I'm here now with Nikita from Skygauge, and we're talking about drones, but these are no ordinary drones. Welcome, and Nikita, tell us about Skygauge.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we are Skygauge Robotics, and we have reinvented the drone to perform a wider range of industrial work. So whereas most drones today are mostly doing visual work, like think of taking like photos and videos and things like that, we're aiming to actually do physical work that involves actually contacting the structure for doing work like painting, pressure washing, cleaning, scrubbing, sanding. And our first use case, ultrasonic testing.
Ultrasonic testing of what? Of like the thickness of the metal? I think I read that, right? Why is that important to do that?
Yeah, definitely. So if you think of large infrastructure, kind of like people, get sick over time. Yep. And the same way doctors use ultrasound to check the health of people, inspectors use this industrial ultrasound to check the health of infrastructure. Think of things like ships, bridges, piping, just a lot of stuff that helps make our modern world function. Unfortunately, it corrodes over time, and they need to be inspected. And currently, because these are very tall structures, they have to send workers up on ropes and scaffolding.
Can be kind of dangerous as well.
Most definitely.
So you got these drones that are going to do that work. Can we talk about, I think you got a sample here. Let me move on over and see what you got here. I'll give you the mic. Can you explain what you got here?
Yeah, definitely. So here you can see about what I was talking about a different type of drone design. So our drone, it flies by tilting the rotors to move while the center body remains stable. Now this is important for doing work that involves physical contact because you need a high degree of stability and precision to precisely place a sensor or other tool onto a surface to do physical work on it. And yeah, I'll show you the next feature of this design. If you can, is that there is the use of a force sensor. So the drone actually understands how much force it's applying on a structure, but most importantly, in which direction as well. So that's how it's able to conform to the surface and do this type of work.
Yeah, it definitely has the different aspects of not your ordinary drone. And tell me this, how is it going to be able to do something like pressure wash or paint? Because normally when you think of a drone, it's got to be stable, it's floating in the air, but then I think of something coming out, you would think that it would destabilize the drone.
Yeah, so that's really where the innovation of this type of drone design really comes in, is in having that stable platform from which you can perform different types of physical work. So for example, if you are doing a painting application with something like this, you want to be very close, for example, at a 10-centimeter distance from the structure, and you want to maintain that distance. A standard drone configuration will have trouble and kind of drift back and forth, especially with wind being present, whereas a design like this can remain perfectly stable and use the rotors to keep that center frame stability.
Skygauge Robotics, I'm loving this. It's not the average drone that basically takes images. This is something that's in action, and it's really fascinating to see. And you're going to be giving demonstrations all day. Nikita from Skygauge, thanks so much for this, for a little walkthrough and a little up close and personal look at this really neat drone. Thank you, Nikita.
Yeah, thank you very much as well.